Okay guys, this is we got a really pretty coyote here this morning. This set has actually been out here for 9 days. I got a skunk 4 days ago. Other than that, it's been really a pretty uneventful set. I knew it would produce. We've got a food plot here with CRP. We got a drainage ditch and all pinches down just right here on the edge of this field in CRP, and I just put it right here in their way. I mean, anything that came through here was going to have to come across this set. And we got a big draw back up here, pasture transitions into field bottom, and it's really paid off well. Ready? Okay, so we caught this coyote here in this set, and I'm going to do a remake. I like remakes because they have a lot of scent. This coyote peed there, pooped there and there. I'm just going to go ahead and redig this trap bed out. I only want to dig it out to the size of the trap itself. And this coyote tore this ground up pretty good, so I'm going to have to do a fair amount of digging here. You don't want that hole hardly any larger than the trap itself. You want it to just fit down in there nice and tight. I always like to dig a small little pocket right under the trap to hide that chain in. That way it's not interfering with the trap and the process of it firing. I'm going to twist that trap just a little bit, and that'll really lock it down. The main thing, you don't want an animal, especially coyotes, to come up to a set and be able to step on one of these jaws and for that trap to move. You want it solid. I'm going to get it, and I'll pack dirt around there. I use peat moss on some sets. I use trap pan covers on other sets. You can use polyfill that they make pillows out of. Lots of different things will work. I just like peat moss. It's really personal preference, and depending on the weather type. Peat moss works really well on bobcats. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this dirt back over here. I'm not going to worry about scent on this trap because this coyote has already scented all this up enough. I'm just going to start packing this dirt. This coyote tore up a lot of ground, so I've got a lot of nice loose dirt to work with here. I put that peat moss on so that nothing falls under this trap pan. If something falls under that trap pan, it's going to obstruct it from dropping down, which will cause that trap to not fire. I'm going to take my sifter. I'm just going to sift over here. You don't want any chunks or clods of dirt to drop down in there, hence why I'm sifting this. I'm going to set a dirt clod right over that trap pan just for now so that I know where it's at. Don't do something stupid like catch my hand in there. Anyway, this was a flat set before, and it's been pretty torn up. So I'm going to turn it into a dirt hole and just change it up. I think that this coyote buried something here. Okay, there we are, we're deep enough. And coyotes, they don't like a strong, tall backing. They're real reluctant animals to come into sets. But that's okay. Make it look like something was buried there. I'll take my bait. I'm using Jeff Dunlap's Soul Taker. It's really, really been a fantastic bait for me this year. I'm just going to take a stick. Give me a nice, good chunk of bait. Make it worth his effort. Drop that down in there. I'm going to take a small clump of sheep's wool. Sheep's wool has an odor to it. Then stick that down there. Push that down the hole. Make it look like something's down there. So he has a visual, he's got a smell, He's already peed all over this set. I'm going to take a couple of his droppings, set it over here. Other than that, the set is pretty much finished. I'm going to put that dirt clod there, go ahead and move it. Just going to sprinkle some of this here. I want to guide this coyote's foot is what I want to do. I want to tell him, yeah, I'll say this all the time, I want to tell him where to go. I want him to go right here. And if he has, you don't want a shallow hole, you want a deep hole. Because if it's a deeper hole, he's going to spend more time trying to work to get that bait out of there. So the more time he spends here, the more chance that his foot will move around and hit that trap pan. And I can help that by setting just small clods of dirt, shaping the ground so that this coyote will move up through here. He's not going to want to stand on this loose, clumpy stuff here or on the side. He's going to want to come up here. And we've got south winds coming up this week, so he'll almost 100% positive come up from the south side of this set to get the downwind advantage. And this set's ready to go. So we're just going to pack up. I might move some of these coyotes turds around and move on to the next set. You want me to get it out of the cedar tree?
Oh, that's one right there.
Is it? Okay. That's a nice cat. I'm guessing Tom. Hey guys, I got this cat here. Noticed a few things I should have done better in the first place. I probably missed a cat here. I know I had a coyote dig up the trap. This is my failure on that part, but remade the set strategically just for cats, not cats or coyotes, and got this cat this morning, or last night, came up on this morning. Really pretty cat, nice spots, looks to be a big male, and pretty pumped. That's two cats today and a coyote so far, and we've got about half the line to check still, so keep trapping on. Okay, so we're going to remake this set here. I want to make sure that my swivel is clean. It's packed full of mud. Anyway, this was a dirt hole cubby combo. So basically it looked like something had a nest in here and had a hole going down. We're going to go ahead and re-drill it out. This set has actually been inactive for it'd be 6 days now. I haven't caught anything on it. That just goes, and I got a cat today. It just goes to show, don't give up on them. It's breeding season right now for cats. Just don't give up on them. It took me a while to learn that. I'd give up after 3 or 4 days because I wasn't getting anything, and it was really hurting me. So you got to stay in there. They're making their rounds right now. They're not being super, they don't really have a pattern at this point. I'm going to fluff this up back here, borrow some of this grass, fluff this up. This is a female bobcat, and I am fully expecting to get a male on the next catch here, either tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, that's my bait right there. Pull it out of the hole, stuff it back down in there. Take a little sheep's wool, make it look fresh. Make it look like something's down in there. And I've come to like on my sets that, little side note, I'm going to go ahead and take this sheep's wool. I'm just going to tie it up here in the branch as eye appeal. It's going to blow in the wind. Cats are going to see that anywhere around in here if they're traveling. They'll see that and they'll come over. Cats are eye appeal hunters, whereas coyotes hunt with their nose. I'm going to build that up, take some of these branches, build it up over here. That way, when a cat comes up to the side, he can't look over the sides to get down into that hole. He has to come in the front. You have to steer your cat. You want them, you can tell a cat where to go. You can put anything up here, you can make just one little trail through there, and that cat will go through there. So I'm gonna go ahead, redo this set, dig my bed out. Make sure you clean any mud off your pan, off your trigger. Carry a knife with me just for that. Depending on the traps that you use and the style of traps, I'm using a KO Extreme by Kendall Obermeyer, and it has become my absolute favorite trap. I'm going to wax this on the dog side, and what it does is it makes that pan more sensitive to firing. It's going to reduce the pan tension so it doesn't take as much to fire it, because cats walk real gingerly. So it's going to drop that pan tension down to about 1.5 pounds. That's about it. Make sure you don't have any blood or mud on your jaws here. This is a laminated trap. Has an extra rod welded here to reduce the pad damage. And generally, it does a very good job of doing that. And I'm going to turn this. Cat will almost always work a set on the edges. So if he comes down right on this edge, got this trap around, he's going to step on this part and it's not going to fire. So for some reason, cats like to walk on the right side of the set. I don't know why, but trail cam videos and everything show cats doing that. So that's how I'm going to set my trap. I'm going to set it just so this cat will step on that side of the pan when he comes down here. Put my peat moss on. I'm a big fan of peat moss when it comes to cat trapping. Coyote trapping, not as much, but either will work. That peat moss is real fluffy stuff. You can pick it up at any gardening store, Walmart, doesn't matter. Any place that has gardening stuff. It's real fluffy, spread over the top. That way it doesn't fall into the pan and compact it like a clod of dirt would. I'm going to go ahead and cover this trap back up. I'm going to pack around these jaws. Again, these KO Extreme traps, they bed super good, super tight. You almost don't have to do much packing, which is really speeds up the process good, and it decreases the danger of your fingers on your fingers. You want a nice, flat, clean spot for this cat to walk on. And I'm going to go ahead and put a stick in right there, because I want to tell this cat to walk right there. I don't want him to walk on the other side of there. I want him to walk right there. I'm actually going to take a dirt clod, place it right there on the dog's side. I'm not worried about that obstructing the firing of the trap. That trap will just go on fine without that dirt clod. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to pile up some more grass. The sides here, leave this up. My bait's already there. I'm not going to need any lure. This cat's already been here. I might toss out a little cat urine. Go ahead and move the cat. Build this up just a little more here. I want this cat to really have trouble seeing this set from any direction except right here, and he has to go right there to get to that. We'll clean this out. I want him to have an exit route and an entrance route. Take this branch, stick it here.
Take this one, stick it here. I want this cat to have to come up in front. I don't want him to stand right here and look in there and be like, yeah, I don't see anything. Cats have a real short attention span, and you want to take full advantage of it. Oh, you got it. So he's got a wall here that he can't see through. Got a nice clean walking trail in and out. Blend this in. You don't want one color of dirt right over your trap. That looks odd. Cats don't seem to mind as much as coyotes, but I don't really care. Doesn't take hardly any effort to make a difference. Got the same color trail in, out. I'm gonna go ahead and take some bobcat urine. Jeff Dunlap's winterized bobcat. Just spray at the back of this set. So he's already lured, not worried about it, and we're gonna move on to the next set.